there's a lot of things that are said to be, on site that you need to understand, and you have to go visibly go. And now I say that, I'm gonna stand by that. Somebody has to physically go look at it, walk through the property, meet and shake hands with the sellers and with people. But there's also a lot of information that can be gathered online very quickly that you can use to analyze. We mentioned Zillow. I'm not going to knock Zillow. I still use Zillow, but I don't use it as a go-to all be all or even a real credible. I use it as a general guideline, and there's access to information that can be used to do a quick analysis. I'm not saying that, if you look at this estimate, don't do it, but do it. Doesn't make any sense. But, so anyway, so things that we look for. First thing, that's the wrong one. You go to county assessor. We look at the map, we look at the lot, your general information. You can find out a lot, address, owner's mailing address. This is handy when you're doing mailing, by the way. Lot size, land area, legal description. You can look at your taxes. It's only a 672 square foot house. Now, this isn't the same house we were just talking about. This is another house that we have. We're also doing analysis on. And this house qualifies as a tear down and rebuild. So we're not going to actually try to buy and renovate this. But 672 square feet, 1 story, 8 foot tall, 1 bathroom. It gives you a lot of information. It's on a crawl space. Ranch. I don't know that the style of the house makes a difference to us, but it was built in 1948. I mean, there's a lot of quick information that can be gathered here. You look at your values and the taxes. It tells you from a county standpoint, and this information is also not accurate. This is what they're being taxed on. This is not based on actual value. This is the value that the county assessor has assigned to it. But it gives you your tax rate. And you could also look at any transactional history if it's sold, your sales. They bought it for $8,500 in 2001. He's still making money.
Yeah, he is.
Images, you can see county pictures, and usually they'll give you the floor plan. And then, of course, they said the map, kind of see where it's at. This is another thing that this is more applicable in rural areas outside of city limits. I'm going to say even inside city limits, because we bought houses and land inside the city limits that did not have utilities. Like, it's crazy. You wouldn't think that you buy in the city that you don't have utilities. But so we always like to check the utility map. And in the city of Tulsa, it's pretty simple. City of Tulsa maps, utility map. You find the area, you use the different grids. The green is a sewer. And if there's not a sewer line, don't buy it. And I guess if there's a septic system, and there's separate DEQ regulations, and I'm not saying no to septic systems because we own several properties that are, but as a generality for resale, just for ease of life, just to make it better for everybody, you want a sewer line. It's so much easier. That is weird that you see that?
Yeah.
As it comes around and it breaks, and it. Anyway, so we have a sewer line. Blue is the water line. Water is handy. If you don't have water, some kind of water, either city water or rural water, it gets real dicey. You don't want real water. I mean, you really don't want oil water. I mean, you can in certain rural places, but it's not common, not recommended. So utility map, you just check these things. You also look for stormwater, make sure you don't have any easements, because we've gotten some properties and it has a big ass easement across the front yard, and you really can't do anything with that. Like, it's grandfathered in, but you can't make any changes. And then of course, my Google Maps is a wonderful thing. You can kind of walk through, see the area. Is that it? I think that's it. Is that it? Second house from the...
Nope.
No?
Down further.
Down further?
Yep.
Trash guy was out that day.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're going north. Okay, I'm not far enough.
I think where that big trees are right there. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah. No. Street view. You can learn a lot from going to Google Maps. Also, get overhead view the neighborhood. You got a nice park over here. It's a pretty nice area, actually.
It really is.
Wheeling Park. I need to go drive through it. I mean, some things you can't replace physically laying eyes on and touching and feeling it, but you can still gather a lot of information. You can look at a lot of things, and what this does is we look through these products. Look at this first before we decide if it's worth making the trip to go out. Because just because it's for sale and somebody wants to sell it to you doesn't mean you have to buy it. That's me how I know. And then, depending on we have Nick. Nick goes out and he takes pictures. We like Dropbox because Dropbox is very. You suck. Dropbox is usually user friendly, but it is not getting along today. It's getting me.
Can you go down? No way? Huh.
It says 101. That's what I'm trying to figure out is why it's only giving me one picture at a time. But anyway, we got pictures. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. Did you go in? No, this was good enough.
I went in the back because it was open. I was afraid there might be someone hiding in there.
That's another thing that you need to think about. So, when you're going in and you're exploring abandoned houses or empty houses, it only takes one time of walking into a house full of homeless people to never walk into a house unarmed again. I'm not suggesting you carry a gun. We do. I'm not suggesting, whatever you're comfortable with, you can use a taser, you can use pepper spray, you can take a buddy, but don't go exploring empty houses, abandoned houses by yourself, because you never know who or what you're going to run into and how happy they're going to be to see you.
Yeah.
That's real. Yeah. My favorite line is I open carry when I'm walking through, especially in North Tulsa. When I'm going through empty houses, we all have our pistols, and I have my hand on the hip. And my favorite thing is, like, if you're here, you better let me know. And it's not that I care, but if you scare me, if you jump out and scare me, I'm going to shoot your ass. Like, I don't care that you're here.
It's a true story. I literally pulled up to a house once, and as I pulled up, I noticed that there was two guys on the porch, and I thought to myself, the seller said the property was empty, and they kicked down the door and went in the door, and I was across the street, and I thought to myself, do I want to go in there? No. So I didn't go, but you'll see everything in this business. So yeah. And not only if you are by yourself, let someone know where you're at, because you never know what's going to happen.